We're struggling. We are. Hello, everyone, and I am Julie Christine, and I am here with my dear friend Theresa. We are working on our camera angles here, so bear with us as we are trying to figure this out live in real time. Okay, maybe? It's okay. Let's try.
Because I'm at the angles of the behind the scenes. It's okay.
Okay. Welcome, Theresa. First and foremost, thank you for being here, for being vulnerable, and also testing out our interesting little studio that we've put together.
Great.
And hopefully this is working for everyone. So you just had your first podcast.
Yes.
How are you feeling afterwards?
I feel nervous.
Yeah.
That it's out there now.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning, but you know.
Yeah, it is. And also, we'll get this closer to us. Did you read the comments?
Not all of them. I need to go back and look.
Were you surprised at anything in particular?
I mean, there was a lot of supportive comments.
Yeah.
That I liked.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this isn't easy. This is scary.
It is. Yeah.
So just for it to be received well, but it's okay if it doesn't get received well.
Yeah. That's the spirit, because also, yeah, these are hard conversations. And, Theresa is here to share her story, and also, do you want to start?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're calling this episode My Roots because I just wanted to address that, I guess, just kind of tell a little bit more about me and where I come from, because that's really, as Polynesians, how we introduce ourselves anyways. We introduce ourselves like how we got here and what our origin story is, and who are the people that created us and what line are we in of that.
Wow.
So I just wanted that to be something that I addressed, just my background. So I have two dads, I have two moms. My birth father, he is Samoan, and from Alipata Sitoa is the village in Apia, or the area that we reside, that we come from. That's where our actual roots are from. And then my mom, who has like German and Russian in her somewhere along the line. We don't know them very well, but both my parents after me remarried, and she remarried a Tongan man. So that Tongan family is from Vavau in Tonga, and Niafu. That's where my dad resides from there. So from the age of 5, I had two, so with my stepdad or dad, there's really no word for stepdad. So he's just my dad. He's been my dad since I was 5. And so I've been in that family since I was 5, basically. So yeah. And then my Samoan dad, when he immigrated, and this is the confusing part, my whole life, all of my close friends have always been confused because I have my dad, and when I say my dad and when I say my mom, it's so confusing because I have 2 separate families. I have siblings from both sides. It's confusing for a lot of people. And so I just want to try to clarify that, because when I say my brother, I am the oldest child of all of them. So I really am the oldest of all of my siblings. And so, it's just confusing to other people when I start to talk about me, and that's okay. You don't have to understand it.
No.
But for me to try and explain my background a little bit, I was born in Oakland, California, and then because that's where my dad migrated. So my dad migrated to the Bay Area. So there was like he went to a Mormon high school when he was 15. So his mom to go to American Samoa and go to a Mormon high school there. And that's where he had, developed some big dreams of coming here to the US, becoming a Mormon, becoming an educated Mormon, and, finding a wife and having lots of kids, which he did. He has 3 baby moms and lots of children from that. And so he did all the things that and more that he wanted to do. He passed away now for 4 years, and it's kind of put a pause on a lot for me. I was going to go start a podcast then, but it kind of stopped me going forward on that because I didn't want to talk about that being part of my story. I wasn't ready to do that. So I just gave myself enough time to heal and just focus, because I've been focusing on me for a long time. So coming here when I wasn't okay, just to focus on me and what my needs are, what are they? Because I didn't even know what they were. I went through my whole life just never really concerned about my own needs, and so that was a change in behavior for me to focus on that. So I lived in California. We moved to Utah when I was first. I was here for a little bit with my dad when he was going to BYU, and then we came from Samoa. We lived in Samoa for 5 years. Came out here when I was 11, and so. That whole time though, my whole life I've been going back and forth from parent to parent. So it was just a lot of there's a lot of teachers I don't remember, a lot of names I don't remember. There's just a lot that I don't remember because of so much moving. And it's a lot for a kid.
Yeah.
Now I know what I know about healing and about kids' development. It's a lot to ask them to move.
And that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So then, and then I did as soon as I don't know what part I need to say this. I after I got divorced, I started getting my education, as far as after school stuff. So I got a bachelor's in sociology with the University of Utah. Not sponsored, but sponsored.
That as well.
And then so now being a single mom, I was actually when I was in California going to school, I was working full time, going to school full time, while living with my cousin, tiny little 2-bedroom apartment in Hayward, California. And I went to Chabot College, which I feel like that's the best of my education, better than when I was at the U, just because a lot of the mindsets that are there, they were my professors, and I was like I didn't realize it until I left and came back here to get, my bachelor's, that I was like, oh, you prefer different.
Yeah.
I liked it over there, but that was okay. It's life lessons I was learning about. And that was, as raising my 2 older kids, and then came out here, then ended up in Hawaii, and then first I started as just a reading teacher in kindergarten in Kaluku, Hawaii, and just the whole or short, I ended up becoming a substitute teacher. These were ways for me to bypass getting the teacher licensure. I did take the praxis and all of those things, but kept stopping my progress. I even started on my master's in special education, so I've been a special education teacher now for over years, and so I do have all of that under my belt, but I realize now it wasn't my calling. Even though I am good at it, I am a good teacher, but it's given me some skills that no university could ever give me, because students taught me more than the university could ever teach me. And I think it's because I'm teachable, I want to learn, and I see structure of things like my degree is in behavioral science stuff. And so I was noticing the bigger picture anyways, and regular gen ed teachers, when they go into teaching, they're not prepared for special education. And the fact that we even have special education, the whole system is, that's a whole other podcast. I definitely want to get into that.
We should.
Because I do believe that we need to change the way school is, because it's not for us. So we need to change it.
Yeah.
And it's a huge idea. So
Yeah.
I can take up in it.
Let's go. Half of my best friends are teachers. I have a lot of respect for them. I was off and on homeschooled in between my education. So I popped around school, Costa Rica, Chile, the US, and then all these different things. So I can also just even by state is so different. I'm on my 5th university right now. And just to see, even in Utah, I went to USU and USU, sweet boy, and Salt Lake Community College. And you can pick up different energies, but it is based on the teachers, truly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I love Denver University, but I did not like the one professor, and it was a big one for me. That was a big difference. It makes a big difference. But education is so important, and how we bring education to children when their minds are so like formidable is like vital. And the fact that we even treat our teachers the way that we do when they're molding the future says exactly where we are in this country and what their goals are, truly. Because we lost interpersonal touches with it. We lost actual education. Let's be truly honest. I am watching kids, the Roman numerals. That's a new one for me to watch, that people don't know what Roman numerals are, or cursive. Like, I feel old.
That's okay. No, it's by design. So what I mean, like, because I had this bigger picture mentality, I'm watching things change, and a lot of the teachers are so stressed out. This nothing against any of the teachers that are like teaching. It's a hard profession. It's not easy because the system is so jacked up, and it's working though. Is that exactly how it's supposed to work, by how it's designed to work? And the teachers are so stressed out. They're just, and they don't have like enough resources. It's
crazy.
And so whatever they're supposed to be teaching anyways, or told that they're supposed to be teaching, it's all being interrupted by the entire system, the planetary system. It's just, it's insane. So
Well, we will actually do a podcast.
Yes, and I have receipts. I will have PDFs. I can perfect. Anyways, so going forward with when I first got here my mental health started to decline. I said first, so you have to go back and listen to the first episode to get that. I know we have to switch it, but
it does not want to stay on me. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We're trying. Stay. Mercury shadow retrograde. Stay. You can be trained. Nope. Well, she's into you. She has a crush.
She's totally. That's okay. She won't be the first. So let's see. Think.
After education.
Oh yeah. So in my first episode, I explained how I wasn't okay, and then my drug use wasn't helping, and all of the things that I was doing was just making it worse. Basically, just like living in a way that's like so toxic for myself, and making choices that support that lifestyle. It's insane what we do. To keep that going, because it's this thing we've created from our belief systems that we've built. Like, we've made decisions to say, oh, this is how I'm going to do this. this works for me,
Mhm.
even when it's not working.
Yeah, the stories we tell ourselves.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
crazy.
It
And the
continues.
mental gymnastics to like
Yes.
make those things fit that shouldn't even
Takes a
fit.
lot of energy, and
It
it
does.
causes so much like stress, and then we're too overwhelmed, and then we avoid, and there's a huge cycle of avoidance and appeasal and avoidance and appeasal, and then we're just like trapped in it, and it's like we're either going to do something or we're just going to avoid you when we really should learn how to say no.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like, oh, all we have to do is learn how to say no
yeah.
and disappoint people and make people unhappy.
And why do we care so much? That's like the part
Because-
that's like
yeah.
embedded into us.
Exactly. And it is, especially in our culture, like, there's just so much in there. And so I do believe in going further back. Like, when I say ancient knowledge, I'm talking, what is our origin story? So something that I'm grateful for Chabot College, and this is really what got me to change my whole mindset, because I was in a religion that and this is part that's going to be scary, but I am going to speak my I was in a religion that is based in who the authority is in church things, and that's who you listen to. And so my Samoan dad was very controlling and very religious. And I don't, when Samoans or even any Polynesian is a religion, the culture gets tied up in that. And so it's like, this is what you do. This is what we do. This is how we behave. We do this. That's how we are a good person. This is how we're a good mother or a sister or whatever. And so that's all tied into the religion now, because it's just, there's no boundary for it. It's all one, because this is how we are as Polynesians, because
Yeah.
it's like, we might meet a friend and this is how they become our family, because like, you're just one of us now. This is what we're doing. So yeah.
It's that village tribe mentality,
Yes,
right?
for
It's
sure.
what's good for the goose is good for the gander,
Yeah.
and it's like with someone in the decision for
Yeah.
kind of everyone a little bit.
Exactly. It's just how we're supposed to live, and we don't go against that. And so I think just all the stress of that, like when I left my ex-husband, I also my cousin also was raised in this church, the same church, and so we're it's just, there's just a lot in that. Okay, I'm trying to tiptoe here.
Are you
So-
tiptoeing for them? Are you tiptoeing for you? Or are you
Well,
tiptoeing
because-
for us?
Like, how long do I want to go on? That's what I'm thinking. So
I'm like, well,
so the religion, because so really what was going on in my life is I was leaving all of the controlling situations. One of them was my dad. That was the first no I said, which was not received well at all. He threatened to kill my ex-husband now.
Wow.
At the time, do you want me to go to jail? I don't care if I go to jail. And I'm like at the time I was like saying no for the first time in my whole life. So he was surprised by it, because I had never done that before. I had never defied him, not openly. I was sneaky, like I would sneak out, I would sneak what I wanted to do. Just my mom taught me that, because she was
Yeah.
like, it's okay, we'll just do this. We won't tell your dad. And I'm like, okay, so that concept was introduced,
Yeah.
where I was like, oh, I can do things and he won't find out.
Wow.
And so I got really good at being sneaky, which is
Yeah.
good for a lot of reasons. But yeah, so I think me leaving, that was my first no. Me leaving his control was really difficult. I was 21.
Yeah.
I had to run away. He sent me to Samoa, like to be with my meanest aunt ever, which she prepared me for life, I want to say, because
Okay.
honestly, I am no longer afraid of the meanest person in the room because of it. It's like, oh, she's just an unhealed person that, I understand you, like I do. And so I could have turned into that person too, but I did things differently than they did. So I changed, and I was able to, So this is what I understand about how we are passing on generational traumas and things that we're supposed to change. It's like, if it never gets changed, then we pass it on. So we have to change it. And literally it's changing our DNA.
Yes.
And that's what we have to do. So this is what I mean when I say our ancient knowledge. Like, I want to go back to before the colonizers changed our culture. And I'm not saying that I only believe that. I say question it. Let's talk about it. Let's question it. Because I see a lot of people now talking about this person and that person, and we were in rule, and this person was in rule, as far as like Polynesians and all of that. And I want to go back further, because there's a lot of people that are going back to, like, I don't know. There's just a lot there. But what I mean is, our ancestors are gone. They're not here,
Mhm.
but we have a direct access to them. And so if that's true, then whatever knowledge I can connect to or bring out now, because it's me now, I'm the one here. I didn't ask to be born here in the US. My dad brought me here. You know, he brought me here, and I caught a ride through him and my mom. And so I'm here now, and that's where I started. Of course, I have my roots in Samoa, but I love my culture, but it's been changed and altered, and so has a lot of our traditions. The way we do things, like, I have family who are like, this is how we do it. And what I see is, I know this is controversial, it is influenced by Christianity. And so what happened when we changed it? People against that? These are the kinds of questions I have for our people, like discussions I would love to talk about and address. And a lot of people don't want to talk about this because it's like, we're just doing it now. Here's what I learned from all of my changing my behavior, is that we have to question why we're doing something. And because we've been doing it for so long isn't a good enough answer.
Yeah.
We have to question, well, this is something I've always done. I've done this since I was 3 years old. Okay, why? Because it's not serving you now.
Mhm.
And I feel the same. Culture has to change.
Yes.
Like the original Polynesians who made our beautiful tattoo designs, and like somebody created that out of an idea. And so we have local Polynesian tattoo artists who do change it, and that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
We change because we're different and we're influenced by whatever it is we're surrounded by, our resources. And so here right now, it's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid of change. I'm not afraid of addressing. I was doing things the wrong way for so long just because that's how we do it.
Mm.
And I now question that. And so that's something that that's what I was saying earlier at Chabot College. I was starting to get exposed to things that I did not know, because there was no internet yet. There wasn't Google yet.
Yeah.
And so all of our knowledge was coming from books, and then, like, you know, people that are telling us things and teaching us. And so I learned, because of my professors there, to question everything, even what I was being taught in the university at Chabot College. My professors would say, even question what I'm teaching you now. Like, I had a history teacher who was like, what you learned in school, you didn't learn this in school. I'm going to teach you this here. And I'm like, thank you. Because we're not learning in schools. The knowledge that we need, they're not showing it to us. So we have to get it. And so that was my first exposure. I read this book at school called Amuse Ourselves to Death by Neil Postman. And that opened my eyes to not trusting the media. Like, there's a saying, like, lies in the media, truth in the movies. Like,
Oh yeah, for real.
So I stopped watching TV because of it, because of that book. I stopped reading, like listening to the news. I stopped all of it. So many movies and TV shows, years and years of it, because I was like, well, if I don't know and if I can't get the information, I'm just watch it. So there's a lot of shows that I had missed, and I'm kind of catching up on some of them now, but it's just like that's what I was learning. And so I started going forward in life through that. So even when I got my bachelor's degree, I would question my teachers. I was questioning everything, like everything, everything.
Yeah, you should. More
And I
people
still
should.
do. And so because of that, it got me to, that's why I started to leave the church, because it was another controlling thing that was just telling me how to think and how to be. And I just needed to be away from it. And so people don't, a lot of people call it like losing your testimony.
Mm-hmm.
It was more than that. For me, it was a realization of everything that was happening. And so I was just being aware in my life. And so my first one I say is my dad. No, and then I left him to like be with my ex-husband now. And then I left my ex-husband, and then I left the church. And so I do this thing called time work, which everyone can do, anyone can do it. So you write the year that you were born, and then you write like every line on the paper every year up until the year now. And then you start filling in the blanks. So say you were born on this time. If you have kids, this is when this kid was born. Like you just start filling in the lines. And then you can start to know this is when this happened to me. This is when this happened, or all of the things. So I call it your timeline work. Do your timeline work, because knowing your timeline, it helps me put into perspective. It also helped me remember there's things I don't know, because when I was born, I was born, so I had to ask parents. And now both of my parents are passed away, and then I just have my step parents left. They weren't there. So it's more of me like asking family, what do you know about this? What do you remember about this? So it's another way to connect with your family and then ask these things. Sometimes it brings stuff up and they're like, I haven't thought of that for so long. And I'm like, yeah, well, I think about it,
Yeah.
I want to know. And so I have started talking to my aunt, who my mom's living sister, but she's not remembering a lot anymore. And she even said, like, I remember a lot. And it's hard because a lot of the people that were around. So it's just a really good way of like getting your timeline, and me being able to look at my timeline was like, oh, so I did this year, and then I did this and this. So that's how I know that now, because I was leaving other people, like I didn't want to be controlled anymore, no matter what it was. And what I didn't realize was that final part of me, that I was still controlling my behavior with all those people's beliefs that were just so embedded in me in so many ways. And so my dad, and then just like full years that I'm still telling myself I'm not enough, or I'm not worthy of love, and all of these things that I had to uncover. So it was just this huge learning of myself, I think. And so that's when it started of me like knowing what I want to do, and then that education, and then realizing that, I mean, what is it for? It's what
Yeah. Also.
what am I doing? I'm still like, I'm not rich. I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be rich. I'm supposed to like be doing better.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
So I don't know. It's just we've been lied to.
Yeah.
And that's another thing.
We should be angrier.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. We should be angrier.
And so I just think all of that realization of me questioning everything, then I'm realizing how much we're being lied to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like I'm just uncovering all these lies that we fed and that we're believing. And it's like, oh, That's really hard because now I have this realization and everyone's still believing, and I'm just like, oh, this is hard to hold on to because I'm like, that's not true. That's actually not true. And then I pick and choose what I say when I say it, just because it's like not worth the argument. Because I've done a lot of research on a lot of things, and then I'm just gonna leave it. Because they're not doing the research, that means they're not questioning things.
Yeah.
So why am I trying to argue with that?
It's a waste of energy, truly. And a lot of people like ignorance is a choice at this point in 2026. Like if you don't know what's going on, it's by design because you don't want to. And I get not knowing everything on the planet. Like we don't need to have access to that much information. But at least the awareness inside of yourself.
Yeah.
Like if we can't do that, then look, what are we doing? What's the point of being here? What's the point of the connection? What is the point?
Yeah. And I think too, like, if you're still avoiding lots of situations, then you're not doing the work that it takes to like, it's scary.
Yeah.
And you have to have bravery.
Yeah.
And then if avoidance feels better and safer, then you're kind of stuck somewhere. You have to move forward. And I think a lot of people aren't realizing that because it's like, oh, well, I'm triggered, so I'm not going to go, or whatever the excuse we tell ourselves. It's always valid. I'm not saying that that's valid. That's not valid. I'm just saying it's scarier to show up. It's scarier to say, no, I'm not coming. It's instead of just saying like avoiding and then like avoiding the whole situation and then popping back up like a few weeks later or whatever the habit is. Yeah, it's a coping mechanism. Yeah. Now I know what I know about coping mechanisms because drugs can be coping mechanisms, but so are these behaviors, and these are what we have to change because the drugs are only masking the unhealed pain that we're not addressing. And it works. That's why we do it.
It is the easy fix. Yeah. But the easy fixes aren't long-term solutions. Exactly. Usually. Mostly, I think.
Well, so in all of that, doing that where I start to leave all of the controlling things about my life, not realizing that I was the final like mastermind of my controlling behavior, I was still allowing it to affect me in a very, very dangerous way. Guilt and shame, carrying that around and then like trying to pretend like it's not there is so dangerous. And that's where the suicidal ideation can come in and start to, the crazy thing is when I was in that mindset, it's a psychosis where they could make sense. Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's wrong. Yeah. Because we have to fix our perspective. We have to take a look at why that seems normal. Yeah. Like when, the suicidal ideation, oh, that seems like a good idea. No one's going to change my mind. Like you're already like so far, you're not okay. Yeah. It's an opt-out. Like, I mean, it can be anyways. Yeah. And even just toying with the idea. Yeah. It's just a thing that needs to be addressed and you can't ignore it. It's only going to get worse. Yeah. So learning all of this, I started to get into, and this is what I usually do. I want to save the world before I save myself. And so first came back from that being in the crisis center in Washington, it was me facing family. And I did that. I faced my family and now I'm trying to stay clean facing my family. Like I just took away my only coping mechanism and facing my family like that. I needed a plan. I didn't have one. That wasn't a good plan, but I did it. It was hard. I never went into rehab. Now that I know I would have gone into rehab, but no one close to me was like, why don't you just go into rehab? Yeah. I feel like I probably would have. Yeah. But no one knew. They were just like, yeah, just stop doing drugs. You'll be good. And I'm like, okay. Great advice. Yeah. Be happy. Go your life. Go do the hard thing. Go back to, you're starting from scratch because now I need my family again. Yeah. Go get a job, go get a car, go get an apartment, all those things without doing drugs. Like, go ahead, do it. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I jumped into a school called, just wrote it down. Institute of Healing Arts. And that's where I got IPT certified. So it's like a whole year of emotional processing. So it uses like muscle testing. So it's like kind of, I was doing so much research. I knew that my brain needed help. And I didn't want to do drugs. At this point, I was like, okay, I hear you. I need to stop doing drugs. So my deal that I made with God was that if I'm going to stay here, you're going to need to tell me what to do. Because I surrendered. I finally just surrendered. Like, I think I was trying so hard not to be controlled that I was afraid of even that, like surrendering to, to God or source or
Yeah.
whoever the higher being is. I in the crisis center and I just like threw my hands up and I was like, okay, I'm gonna live. I wrote this in a book. I do have a chapter inside of a book called Collaboration with the Divine.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
I'll bring it. You can purchase it either from me or you can find it on Amazon.
We'll put it on your page.
Kindle. But if you get it from Amazon, I don't get anything from it. So it's better just
Really?
to buy it
Oh,
from
well, we'll have it on your page from you.
me. So anyway, it just tells of my story of when I was in the crisis center because of all of the miracles that happened. And really, I didn't very go into depth of the research I wanted to. So it makes me want to like write more of the story because I was just kind of like touching the surface of it, spiritual aspect of it, because I do feel like I wasn't alone, even when I was like in Washington, like in this drug usage, I wasn't alone. And I felt that. I felt people in my family around me. I felt my mom. I felt there was an uncle that I think saved me in a lot of dangerous positions that I was in because I was doing some dangerous behaviors and he was helping me. And I felt him. Like I think there's a line, and I understand it when I see it in the mentally ill out here on the streets, where there's a line where you start to lose the concept of this reality and you start to go into the reality that you create in such a way where you're like messing with the veil at this point, where you can literally, you're there. But you're still in the body. So I see it. And I was there. I was confused. I started to lose touch with this reality. And I was there. I wasn't in the street. I wasn't in an apartment, but I don't know. My brother and his husband helped me. They got me a ticket and was like, "Hey, can you come home now?" And I was like, okay, here we go. And I did. And I'm still here. So I know I've changed because the old me would have just like hopped on a plane and been gone. And my family would have been like, "Where is Theresa?" "Oh, she's moved to wherever, New York." I don't know. Wherever I wanted to be. And so it's not like I still don't have that free spirit. It's just that I'm looking at my behaviors now. I'm not avoiding the hard things anymore. And if, now I'm here by where my youngest two boys are, just like to be in their lives and, be here with my family. And so learning those things, I also found Kaimana, which I'm proud to say I'm a Kaimana cultural consultant. And so I'm going to have that on here on my podcast as well. The Dr. Lani Taholo is the one who created Kaimana. And so, those are my people that they helped me do some deep cleaning. So I learned, with this emotional processing, I learned, which I can still do. I had to do a process every week for a whole year. And so in a way that was like therapy for every single week of me addressing my behaviors, where they came from, like what belief system and what started and all of that. Like it really did just help me like understand what I was doing to myself in a toxic way so that I could release it, and where I was allowing other people to control me in so many ways, like that emotional. That's why we're not okay, because we give the power away. And so that was me saying, oh, I'm releasing this so that I can have my power. You take your stuff. I'm not holding your guilt anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not holding your shame anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm releasing that so that I don't feel like shit. So that I don't feel like death is a better answer than living this way. So all of that, just going through that and then learning that about me, but it wasn't addressing any of my cultural stuff. And every time I would do a process, the other person, because they're also, we're doing one on each other, right? Back and forth. And every time they would say, man, you're healing your whole culture every time. And I didn't realize at the time I was missing something. I didn't know what or why. And when I found Kaimana, it answered my why. So, oh, that's what I was missing. The cultural part, where this is what Dr. Lani Taholo did for her PhD. I was in her first group, so her control group, where she was working on her PhD. I was one of the first people in there.
Wow.
And so I'm really grateful for that experience, because that it was like getting on the ground, like just getting out there into the world. And I was like the study. She was studying us and our answers and our responses. And because I had already gone through a year of doing these processes and then like helping others, like and now do processes on people, with people, not on them, with them, because they're doing the work. I'm just facilitating it. And so I did the work for all that whole year. Was hard. And I don't know, in a way it was like, I don't think I would have done that. I mean, the work is different now I'm seeing it's different in a rehab center.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you go in there, but really the best thing about that is that you're removing yourself from everything that stresses you out, and that's your family as well.
Yeah.
All of those things that stress you out and like make it so that you can't do life. And so that's one of the good things that I see about rehab. But I do have a dream of creating my own healing centers, because of it, where there's going to be, live music, chanting, like working with the land, like, in a garden, making, because that's really where healing happens. Just you get healing even from being in a certain place, but when you start working the lands, things start to change for you. So realizations happen. Just the land is a lot more powerful than people understand, and that's what we have to start talking about. Like the land has like created lots of things and brought us to certain places. Like we're here for a reason. I see so many Polynesians here in Utah now. And I do believe that we're being called here for a reason. And that reason is almost like it's a reason. Something's happening. Something's going on. So I do believe that. And I'm happy to see. That's why I say, like, you can always trust your intuition, but we have to question our perspective, because our perspective is tied to what we aren't healing in ourselves. And that's where the confusion may come in. Because like, I have someone as an example, maybe someone hears voices, maybe they have a gift. They can hear voices. They can hear them so clearly, more than other people. But it doesn't matter how powerful your gift is. If you don't address your traumas that you're still holding on into your body, you have to like release them so that you're not confused when you hear the darkness. Because when you hear those dark voices, you think that is telling you the truth. So that's the problem. And I know that like these antipsychotics, they might help people who are just like not addressing this, and that maybe it's supposed to be temporary, but the doctor doesn't tell you that. They just give you this pill so that you can calm down, and then they release you into the wild again. So it's just a whole system that's like jacked up, but they've got it down. It's all down. And they've got protocols. They've got protocols, and they've got laws around it. They've got it's just, there's a lot to uncover.
Yeah.
And so, we'll do that as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So there's just a lot, but I just wanted to say my background, a little bit of me and where I came from. And I'm the oldest of all of my siblings. So there's, let's see, 9, 10, all third. And yeah, I have my Tongan family and then I have my Samoan family. My cute son was like, I thought we were Tongan because there's no difference. And also, if you look far back enough, like there was a difference. The only difference was like this island and that island. We were all just together,
Yeah.
just different tribes coming from different areas. And you even go further back to like our ancient knowledge where we talk about Lemuria and all of that. Yeah, there's just misinformation.
Yeah.
And they don't want us to remember. I say they.
Yeah.
I mean, like the people who have been lying to us this whole time.
Yeah. The ones
People.
making the books of the stories of the
Well, and the
histories.
laws and the rules
Yeah.
that we have to follow in order to be a good citizen and not, because our freedoms can be taken away from us because of where we've been like willfully placing ourselves. And like because we've been conforming and just being a good citizen, like that's the first thing we would teach you in kindergarten is how to stand straight and walk in a straight line. And if you can't, you're being bad.
Yeah.
So that's
Conformity.
Yeah. Can you do it? And my favorite are always the kids who like stand right outside of the line and they're not breaking rules too many. And
That was me.
You're good. So when I was there, it was like I wasn't causing the kid too much stress because that system is just, it's so messed up.
It is.
We need to
And
relook
kids
at
are
it.
going to be kids. Why are we letting them stand in what's
They need to
normal?
learn in nature.
I've noticed too, like kids are always, well, that's not normal. I'm like, well, who said what's normal? Who said that
Yeah.
this is how we sit and shirts need to be
what
like
we need
this?
to- and exactly.
Pants
and that's
need to
what
look
we
like
need to
this.
look
Yeah,
at. Why is it that we do that?
exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, I question the systems, even my own.
Yeah,
So
I think there's more power than people even like
yes,
know.
Yeah.
Question the systems.
yes, please.
I love what you said specifically. I'm gonna see if I can't get it right, but it was specifically what you said. Hold on, how did it go? Man, now it's gonna go away. We'll come back to it. I tried. Luckily, it's recorded.
Yeah.
It was beautiful though. I was like, "Dude, that needs to be a t-shirt. It's gorgeous." I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah. So I think that's good.
Yeah, I mean, you covered a
That was a lot.
lot. You covered a lot.
I'm sweating.
You did great. For those who don't know, I'm like, this literally does not want. It doesn't like me. Usually, it's my technologies that my car prefers Sam. Look at me. It's okay. You could become obsessed with me too.
Yes.
Okay. So for those who don't know, Theresa launched her first podcast. What was it, like 5 days ago?
Yes. The
5
22nd.
The 22nd. And it was against all odds. It was against all odds.
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to tell a little bit of the behind the scenes of if you wonder why there's random images of logos and words and
Yeah, it was crazy.
we pieced it, we did the best we could with what we had, but the goal was to get it out and we did.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Well, for the past 4 years, you've been in your academy. And for the past 4 years, I've been trying to get this first office episode out. However, I still don't know what I'm doing.
Nobody does.
I'm figuring it out as I go.
Yeah.
And I had already recorded a section of my first episode that I wanted to be specific. I wanted it to say what I wanted to talk about and how I was going to go forward. But I tried. I tried so many different ways to like edit it, and I was watching the, YouTube University and all of that. I was still living life, and I think it was just getting too hard to try and do both.
Yeah.
And so it just wasn't getting off the ground. And even right when I said, okay, 22nd, it's going out on the 22nd,
Yeah.
and you're like, all right, let's do it. And I still tried, and it was still like I did better. It was looking great.
Yeah.
It was looking how I wanted it to
Yeah.
look.
We were so close. We were so close.
And then I was just like about to cry because I was going on a trip with my family, a camping trip. And I just finally was like, okay, I was trying not to like, bug about it because I was like, you've helped me so much already. But then I was like, okay, I need help. I feel like throwing my computer out the window.
And doing it during Mercury
Yes,
retrograde.
yeah,
On top of
that as
everything.
well. And so when I came here, you're like, okay, bring all of your stuff, bring your computer and all of that. And I did. And then finally you looked at me and said, do you want to just re-record it? And I was like, yes. I was like about to cry. So I was very emotional when I read that again, because I said it, but it came across very genuine, which is true.
Yeah.
I said all the things I wanted to say. I did mess up a little bit. That I said, which is very important to me. It's supposed to be done 3 times on purpose, and I instead did it 4 on the first second, but I wasn't going to edit it out because that was hard.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to figure it. I just wanted it to be posted.
Yeah.
And so that's why I just left it. And then just all of the other mistakes that were on there, it's okay.
It's okay.
I was trying to live as a perfect human being for so long, and it wasn't doing me any good. In fact, it was harmful and toxic and a lie. Because what is perfection? It's not even real.
Literally.
So
An illusion. An illusion placed upon us by ourselves.
Yeah, right? Because we fell for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just let it be. So I apologize if I offend anyone with it. But it is what it is. It's out there, and I'm not going to edit it.
No.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
perfect. It is perfect.
It's perfectly imperfect.
And like how could we tell our stories any other ways in a perfectly imperfect way? And we're gonna have lots of more ways to start and share and bring all these different aspects in, and we're still figuring it out. We're learning together in real time. So thank you for sharing your story.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And then people can find you with your up in the corner.
Yes.
Sorry for the technical difficulties with the camera. The behind the scenes, but we are coming and going. So we will see you guys soon, and you can find Theresa in the QR code, and stay tuned for more.
Thank you for joining us this evening. We bridge the gap between what the world often keeps separate, logic and light, and spirit and science. We welcome everyone to come as you are and invite you to become the hero you want to become through educational tools and community connection. We offer tools, teachings, and community to help you remember who you are. This includes live shows, workshops, nutrition and wellness, and exclusive member perks. Logic leads us, light guides us, community connects us. Check out our TV Digest channel guide on All TV. Catch your favorite show, live stream, or find a new favorite show to add to your notifications. We are always adding new standalone episodes and series. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Find us online on our website and all major social media platforms at Academy of Logic and Light. Click the link in bio to join our community. We hope to see you again soon, either here or on your hero's journey.